having a gallery for a year, an art gallery for a year. Now, this is a physical location type of situation, and this is what I've learned. So, I already went over part one, like the foundation, the just get started phase, the just use what you have. And then we talked about actually tracking and looking at our analytics and adjusting and making the wise decisions on what to do next in the business model, right? So we're all the way up to like January, February, March of this year, okay? Because we started essentially August 1st of last year. And I already told you pretty much everything up until that point until January. You can watch the other videos for that. Let me bring you a little closer because I feel like I am really far away. Okay, so in January, like I was saying in the last one, we kind of already had a vision now. We were just like, okay, well, we know, what we were doing isn't working, at least the way we wanted to, right? We were actually selling stuff at a much higher price point. Like we increased our prices quite a bit to align with our vision because we were at that time we were looking at all the places that we were going to, like the shopping areas and things like that, and things that we would buy online. And we were like, well, why aren't we at that price point? Why are we trying to meet like basically like the gift shops in our area and trying to like figure out how they are profitable? Like, okay, how are they profitable? How are they selling so much volume to stay profitable? Because everywhere we shop, the prices are more. And we were like, and we need to be up in those price points because that's the only way we're going to be able to grow our inventory and get more inventory created. Because all the stuff we were creating was in small batches, anywhere from 5 items to 25 items at a time. Because now we're like, at this time, we already have like 6 to 10 different images on multiple different types of products, anything from leather goods to we did some prototypes even on like robes and ties and silk goods. We got our first like leather handbag made. So we were like busy like prototyping, and I was still like always constantly making artwork like all the time. I was nonstop working on, okay, what new design for this next season? What new thing do I need to come out with? All right. So I was just like constantly working. We were working from like 8 in the morning till like 12 o'clock at night on everything. Like okay, what event are we gonna have next? What does our brochures look like? What do our cards look like? Maybe we should get a heavier paperweight. Maybe we should change out the frames. Maybe we should change the table layout. Oh, we should get matching table linen because at that time we only had like a white one and 2 blue ones. Okay, so we should order some more table linen. And it's like, well, it's very distracting because now they're having all this stuff in the businesses around us. It was a kind of open shared space type situation. It wasn't like a co-op, but we shared the building on the building's pretty big. It's like 25,000 square feet. And so there was multiple businesses on each like level, like basically two to three. And they were all very different, but there was no like ventilation system or anything. So the roofs of all of our like shops were like open. And so you could constantly hear the noise that was going on in the building. And since we had a hairdresser above us, they were constantly vacuuming. I don't know why they vacuumed, but they vacuumed all the time. And it was so annoying. But we always had like music on, and we'd always like play the calmer music and try to kind of like tone down all the loud noises that were going on outside. Also, there was constant noise from, there was a theater that was in the same building. There was a yoga class in the same building. There was a children's bookstore. So it was like, wow, we just, we just had to pick a place that was constantly busy. Like, why? Why did we exactly decide that this is a good place? And the reason why is because it has a huge display window that I could display my large pieces of artwork. And it had this giant wall that was great for my big pieces of artwork to show, some scale, right? And so that's why we initially picked it. And plus, because it was like the location I really wanted for years, because it was like right in the heart of downtown. But alignment wise, it wasn't. So at this point, we're like, okay, we need to like get in alignment to the things that we're already buying, like at the price point and stuff, and the things that we want to create, but we don't have the capital to create because we're not charging the prices we need to be purchasing that kind of things. And so at this time, we're just like, okay, let's start a mailing list. Let's start a group. Let's start, attracting or like reaching out to people that essentially resonate with this type of products that we want to showcase. So we were taking photos of our prototypes, like, hey, we now are doing leather bags. We are gonna now, be offering exclusive first look at, the newest collections. Hold on, let me take a sip of this. It's a little chilly this morning. So I just threw on this little quick dress because it has longer sleeves, but it's a little cold. Anyhow, so, we were like, okay, we need to be at this higher price point. We need to attract this type of clientele. So everything around us was starting to shift, like in what we were offering and what we were showing that we had available. We took all the lower cost things off of the shelves. We, packed them up and put them away. We would give like free little gifts, like stickers and pins that we usually used to charge for, but we were giving them away with purchases. And we were trying to align more into like a luxury boutique. So we were buying more expensive packaging. We were actually like wrapping everything when people would buy it, like in nice boxes and like presentation boxes and everything. And we were starting to look more at like more customizable boxes and things like that. But during that time, so this was like March of this year, we were just like, okay, well, we're in alignment and we're getting sales. Like, so we started like getting a different type of clientele. There was less people that were just walking in and asking like for discounts and freebies, which was a big problem we were having. We were having all kinds of people come and just wandering off the street and just asking like, hey, can you donate a piece of artwork for our upcoming event? Can you donate money? Can you buy my, do you want to buy my cookies and like, and baked goods? Like we had all kinds of solicitors, like homeless people would walk in and ask for things. It was just so many people, like constantly, like every day. And we were like, we need to have a no solicitor sign. So we got these really nice, like golden, like signs that was just like no photos, no solicitors. Because we were also having a problem with a lot of people just coming in and taking pictures of all the artwork. And I was just like, what are you guys doing? Like, no. And they wanted to like, do it for inspiration. And we're like, no, we don't, no, that's not allowed. So, we had to like filter our access. And that's what we were essentially doing. We were filtering our access by just putting out the more expensive items and availability, but also like in our decor and everything. We invested in curtains. We invested in a better sound system. We invested in strategic lighting. Like we added more lights to the shelves so you can see the products brighter. We invested in a new computer so it would look nicer on the countertop. We invested in a new payment system so we could take payments faster so people could just like tap and touch. So we were looking at everything. We invested in new acrylic signs and we invested in like them to be formatted and everything perfectly. We invested in brochures and brand new cards. So like we really like took everything we were doing and just made it so much better. So next is part 4, where I'm going to go into like what happened next and essentially the vision now, what we're doing currently.